Hey everyone, welcome back to another portfolio update video on the channel. Portfolio is currently sitting at $12,736.18. For the day, we are down 86.54 or 0.67%, up 23 cents overnight. For the week, pretty brutal week, we are down 261.44 or 2.01%. For the month, we are up $21.03 or 0.17%. For the 3 months, we are up $1,005.01 or 8.57%. For the year to date, we are still up by quite a lot, 738.09 or 6.15%. For the 1 year, we are up $1,182.58, which is 10.24%, and the all-time chart, we are up $1,356.84 or 11.92% overall. So the portfolio had a pretty rough week, and compared to the month at the peak, we are up about $390, and now we're only up $21. So we're about $370 off of our all-time peak currently. So this past week has been a pretty far tumble. I believe earlier this week was that actual peak. Yeah. So around here we had a pretty nice peak on, it looks like, Tuesday, and then the market proceeded on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to tumble pretty far down. And yeah, so that was a pretty brutal week for the portfolio and for the overall wider market, and I'm sure for a lot of people. And it's probably about time, though. Market's been going up for quite some time now, and it's good to have a pullback every now and then, because it was kind of a little bit ridiculous that we kept going up and up and up. But there were actually some reasons for this, so we can go into that in a moment. But just any little updates on the SPY shares. Currently have 23.2 shares total. Still up 7.43% on this particular set of SPY shares, or $880, which is pretty good. I believe we still have that set of dividends coming in. Yep, July 31st, so that's still due in a week and a half or so, about $38, which is pretty nice. And yeah, still contributing to the overall shares in the portfolio. Average cost of about $5.11, so still doing really good. But let's continue on. So first, actually, just going to say, if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're watching this video, please consider subscribing. About 81%, 82% of you guys who watch these videos are not subscribed, which is pretty big number considering how many people watch these videos. To the 20% or so that do subscribe, thank you. I appreciate the support. But if you're not subscribed and you like to see weekly portfolio update videos, I'm doing twice a week now, as well as some additional educational content. If you're interested in that, please consider subscribing. But yeah, let's continue on. So this week, there's a couple things. I think the big thing was, trying to think back, something to do with chip manufacturing. I believe Donald Trump might have mentioned something on tariffs on Taiwan, which is a pretty big chip producer, which had some craziness in the market, added some craziness in. You can also see lots of tech being sold off this week, which I'm sure we can take a look at here. I mean, we can look at the QQQ, which is pretty tech heavy. You can see this past week down almost 5 or over 4%, which is pretty crazy. I believe the Dow was kind of relaxed this week. I'm not sure what the ticker is for the Dow. Hold on. Let's see, for the week, Dow is actually up. Yeah, at one point up 3.5%, which is pretty crazy. So I feel like there's a big shift currently from holding tech to buying into those other non-tech oriented companies at the moment. It kind of seems to be the trend. S&P down about half of what the NASDAQ is down, and then the Dow, like I said, is up about 0.5%. So there seems to be a big shift from tech towards other types of companies, is what it looks like, which is nice because S&P 500, even though it is majority tech, there is a lot of companies in here. I mean, the majority of the companies are not tech, but the overall the weight of the holdings is mostly tech. As you can see, 32% technology. But if we do get moves into these other industries, it is nice to be having SPY, not QQQ, since it's not as tech heavy as QQQ is. Yeah, tech, it's about 50% tech on QQQ, so it got hit a lot harder. I think Nvidia was the biggest contributor of this downtrend this week. I'll have to double check on that though. Let's check real quick. Yeah, down almost 10%. Pretty brutal week for Nvidia. I believe there's some specific stuff regarding Nvidia. I can't remember. Once again, I really should start writing this stuff down. We can probably maybe see in here. Oh, we also had the CrowdStrike thing. Totally forgot about that. Global outages with Microsoft Windows devices because of CrowdStrike update, which was pretty crazy, and CrowdStrike dumped because of that. I mean, I guess it's not too bad, but it was many billions worth of dollars wiped from their market cap. But that was another contributor to the whole tech sellout, I'm sure. I believe that was Friday, so yeah, it would have been on this day here. But yeah, so there was comments, or I think something to do with chip manufacturing started it out, and then Trump mentioned something to do with Taiwan and chip tariffs and such, and then which of course is all technology based, and then we had the CrowdStrike issue. So all in all, a lot of tech issues this week, and there was already a shift towards selling out of tech and moving towards other companies anyways. So it kind of all stacked up and added up and caused this pullback this week. And yeah, we did also have Powell on Monday speak, but that didn't really have much of an impact. So you can see S&P moved about 1/3%, and we continued to rise until that ultimate tech fall off here. But yeah, so that was this week in a nutshell. I really wasn't checking my portfolio this much this week. I was really managing the mini options portfolio, which by the way did really good this week. I won't give any spoilers, but I will say the mini options portfolio was doing really well right now, so you have to wait till next Wednesday to see that. But this is kind of the move that I needed in that portfolio. So this is what I was looking for. So it's good to see that. I mean, I guess for the mini options, but that's been what I've been tending to more because this account is obviously hands off, no management. So I really haven't opened the portfolio until today, which was, so I kind of saw this, this when I went to make this video. But yeah. So it's kind of been nice to be a little bit more hands off with the portfolio and not worrying as much. But yeah, so plan as always, you're just going to keep buying the S&P through the SPY ETF and not touch it. So that's always the plan. What I'm going to continue to do, and I guess we'll see where the portfolio goes from here. Pretty extreme spike to the upside overall. Yeah, you can see that up 17.24 and then pretty sharp fall off here of about $400. But yeah, that's about it for this video. And once again, tune in on Wednesday to see the options portfolio update because it's really interesting what's been going on over there. Hopefully it holds out until Wednesday so I can show you guys during the video. But yeah, if you want to see where this portfolio goes in the next week, tune in next Saturday. And once again, if you're not subscribed, you're in that 80%, please consider subscribing so you get updates on all these kinds of videos. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next portfolio update video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.